think we'll be going live from that other. We won't be going live from that computer no more. There he is. We won't be going live from that computer no more.
Oh my god, dude! I don't even want to be on my fucking phone.
I've had that computer since 2010, 2011. That motherfucker right now, dude, just took its last breath. I'm fucking piece of shit.
Hey, it shows you're live. Are you live right now?
Yeah, I'm live.
Why is this other live open?
Because I can't do nothing about it. My computer froze, and then I was trying to restart. It wouldn't restart. It's so slow, dude. I'm like typing in the title, and because I was playing videos from the people's chat, with Sap and G Mangoes in it, and it was going good. And then that one video ran out, I guess, and then I was trying to start another video from the People's Taverns, and it just dude, I've had nothing but hell with that computer. As soon as it went out of date 5-6 years ago, whatever it was, it just started running like shit, even updating and everything. So I'm not gonna what up, Carlos? Harvest the precious metals from the internals of your laptop. I'm gonna harvest them by shooting it some more. Oh man, I'm so fucking frustrated. She's like, I wish you were in a better mood. I'm like, I wish I was too.
You're gonna make me fucking plug in my phone by doing this.
If you could take this link, that's the thing. I don't know how to. I could put it in the chat, I guess. The one chat, the Google chats, and then you could click in there. You could try it from there. But I can only get onto my phone. I have another computer, but I'm not gonna deal with it. I don't think, dude. The bugs are just fucking fucking stop. Take the gold and silver and give it lead. Yeah, I haven't shot it up too bad, but it definitely not. It might turn on. Let me hit the Powerball. Let's see if it turns on. That'd be crazy if it did. Let me see.
Yeah, if you put a link.
Oh, it turns on still. It still turns on, even with holes in it. Oh man. Fuck me. I'm so over
I'm on my
technology.
phone. I'm on my phone and I'm watching it here on my fucking laptop, dude. Put the
Yeah.
link in that chat.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave here. Hold on one second. I'll put it. Fuck, I don't know if it'll let me. Hold on, let me see.
How do I log out of this motherfucker? Got some Russian dude just joined in.
Oh shit, I don't know. I posted the link in the chat. It wouldn't let me post a link in here, so it won't let me leave comments or any of that shit in here. Let me see. Top chat, live chat. Okay, well, we'll find a way to get the link posted in here, and we'll get going. But I was trying to run some video of sap. I was screen sharing it, and I don't know. Run, motherfucker, run. Want your AC back on? What up, First Shot? What up, Jenna? What up, Mar? What up, Carlos? What up, Bikes? What up, HD? Gotta put on some clothes instead of doing the chat naked. It's crazy. Just a fucking craziness. Them MacBooks are tough, man. They will take a shotgun blast. They will take a shotgun blast and still turn on. But it's just like me and Bikes was talking about. Everything's made so fucking cheap and so shitty nowadays. If they do make it halfway decent, they make it so you can't work on it. If they make it maybe so you could work on it a little bit or do anything with it at all, you know, just over time, shit don't last. Shit don't last. Shit is garbage. And so, yeah. I don't know, man. They gave me one for, they wouldn't let me live stream for shooting online. So, got to be careful. I don't know, man. And then I get some parts for my ride mower today, and my mower works, but the deck doesn't. So, what a fucking uneventful day for sure. We're firing this one up here for Sap. He passed away. Is on good for mobile devices. I mean, if that's the way that YouTube makes it, I don't know. So, gonna have to go through your phone, bud. I don't know how else to do it. I was on the laptop. I had that one going. I tried to get back into that one from the phone. Can't do it. And then I won't be able to invite anybody because you have to set it up from the get-go. So yeah, everything is just, you could probably tell in my voice that everything is just kind of bullshit. I mean, it really, really is. Yeah, I needed a zero turn, man, but I didn't have the money at the time. Now I have the money, and now I'm like, I don't know, man. Very frustrating. Just a fucking frustrating day. Frustrating. And that's just the constant theme of life nowadays. Um, just from trying to get work done around the property, trying to it's really every step I try to take is just it's blocked. So hanging in there, still in Arkansas, doing our damn thing. The fucking bugs are just, dude, it's just, gosh, the bugs don't quit. So we were just, I was trying to fire this thing up and do like a little remembrance for Sap and play some of the videos from the People's Tavern and just some different videos that he was in on with us, and just kind of share the memories of him. And I don't know, man. I don't have a ton of words for it. I was hoping there'd be people to jump in and it would be like a panel, but every time you try to fucking do something on YouTube, and that's where I was kind of going, everything has just gotten consistently worse. I mean, YouTube, since the time, remember that YouTube used to be, you just be able to get into YouTube Live and you'd have a big old panel and you'd have a good old time. It was unlimited, or it was every 4 hours and you had to start a new or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but I remember YouTube Live was the shit. We were all able to get in. We were all able to speak our piece and have a good old time. And then what did YouTube do? They saw people were networking and having a good old time, and guess they couldn't find a way to wrangle it, so they just strangled it. They just got rid of the whole YouTube Live deal. And so then you had to go through a third party to get into YouTube to stream live, unless you're streaming straight from your phone. But that wasn't even a thing. They just added the streaming from your phone probably a couple years ago, and now, we're trying to get a little chat going here, and you can't invite it. It's only for mobile. That's what Bikes was just saying. The link I sent him is only good for mobile, so you can only get in on your phone. So just where this country's going, where society's going, where all the social medias is going, AI, robots, OnlyFans, fucking the future is dystopian as fuck, man. Black people oiling themselves up outside celebrating Diddy's acquittal or whatever. I mean, what the fuck are we even doing as a country anymore? I couldn't tell you. But we got the news this week, like I said, about Sap, and I can't even believe it. When you're sitting there listening to the videos and you listen to his voice, and I went down to his house and visited him, and spent so much time with him, whether it was, online, offline, phone calls, text messages, going down to see him, um, boatload of knowledge, just so much knowledge, for just forever amounts of knowledge about stuff that he knew and knew how to do. And um, I honestly don't even fucking know, dude. I really don't have no, I don't know, man. I don't have any words. Yeah, I gotta tell you if I'm a robot. I'm definitely not a robot. That would be awesome though, because I would just punch my way through life. There'd be a brick wall or a person. I'd just punch right through them, and then I just keep on trucking. But unfortunately, I'm a human. And so the crazy part is that G Mangos was, we lost G Mangos this year, and we lost Sap. And I mean, G Mangos, I guess we kind of knew it was coming. I guess he was in hospital towards the end and all that kind of stuff. And maybe people could kind of see that coming. And I mean, that's sad enough. I mean, these two guys, Sap and G in particular, I started all my chats with these guys. There was some chats back in the day, and there was a bunch of people doing different chats, and somehow we all got together. But initially, for the most part, and even after like the Green Dragon got over, it was me, G, and Sap, and we were just, there was other people there, motherfuckers that disappeared. I think Quasars was there a bunch. There's probably a couple others there that was there a bunch, but it was usually just me, G, and Lewis, Saints and Sappers, and we were usually Bikes and Bullets was there. But I mean, if I was firing up a chat, whether because G Mangos and Sap, they were like night owls or all hours types of guys, so I could probably come home and start a chat at 2, 3 in the morning in Vegas, after I had been drinking all night. Call it the drunk chat, fire it up, and we did do our thing. Right, Carlos? I mean, that's the truth about it, man. They like, like
Oh, these fucking bugs, dude. They're just biting me the fuck up. It's like fucking Woolie's crazy ass, right? Good for nothing, trying to chop people in half with a samurai sword. Just a fucking good for nothing scumbag, right? Living in his mommy's basement. And that motherfucker's still alive somewhere, right? Maybe in a nut house or in jail, but that fool is alive, and two good dudes are not around anymore. So I just um I don't know, man. I'm not praying much these days, I could tell you that much. You know, people beyond me, you need to do. I just no, man. I get into these modes. I get into these modes where, and it's been my whole life where I lose people. Like I lose people. Sometimes I lose a bunch of people. I mean, I've lost people my whole life, just like whether it was like my best friend in my first apartment when I lived in Vegas when I was just a kid when I was 17, all the way to now. Losing one of my best friends. I guess maybe it makes you maybe have to appreciate or want to appreciate the ones that are still around that you know that are still trucking, and maybe we should be better friends type shit. I just it's unexpected, man. I get pissed off, you know. Bugs don't bite robots. They're little tiny ass biting bugs. I don't know if they're chiggers or what the fuck, but they're little fuckers. Yeah, it's been a lot of history, a lot of ups and downs over these years. I mean, it's just been yeah, that's what, and it's all a hoax. That's really what I thought. I really thought that just a couple days ago, maybe. I was thinking to myself, at least you don't have to deal with this fucking bullshit no more. Because that's what I don't care where you are. I mean, unless you're living off the internet, some fucking fucking bugs, man. If you're living off the internet in some fucking far off country that, like you don't see people that much, I mean, life's probably halfway decent. Like the people in the Amazon, right? Other than getting bit up by fucking bugs that'll kill you, probably, most likely. But I was thinking the same thing, man. I was thinking, man, at least you don't have to deal with this fucking dog eat dog bullshit ass country we live in. I mean, Trump supporters are fighting with each other. I mean, I know because motherfuckers is fighting with me. They're trying to argue with me because I don't want more government. I don't want big, beautiful bills. I don't want none of that shit. You know, I mean, everything in that shit is more money. It's more government control of AI. This, that, and the third. It might be what is it? They said the tax on tips and the tax on overtime is in there, but then it sunsets after what 2 or 3 years or something. So it's just can't say chigger on YouTube. It's just bullshit, man. So it's just I don't know. It's like how fed up do people get? How much do people how consumed or I mean how far do people get pushed before they're just done. I can see how older folks, not the boomers. I mean, I guess some boomers, but a lot of boomers just want like they want to press the nuke button and take everybody with them. But a lot of older folks, they just don't give a shit about nothing no more. They don't participate in the fuckery. And I'm really trying not to. I'm really trying BBB seems more like BBC. Yep. It's just there's some stuff where you like, man, I appreciate being alive and I appreciate having a family, having a new daughter. I appreciate what I got, but I want more, man. I try to do the most. I try to work the hardest that I possibly can to get the better things in life, to give, a good life to my wife and daughter. I got 3 kids that are like grown up and out of the house basically. And they're all 3 little assholes. They don't want to hear it from dad because they're not doing shit. They're not doing nothing with their lives, just fucking away their lives, right? And I mean, I did that when I was younger too, but like, I'm like on these kids, to like with the truth and with fire and determination and discipline and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not all beating their asses or nothing. I'm just, I'm stern and I'm like, yo, this is what you're doing's fucked up. It's stupid. Let's course correct and don't be fucking lazy. It's like, dude, motherfuckers don't want to work. They don't want to get their own place. They don't want to get a car. They don't want to do nothing. And then on top of kind of things, they don't want to talk to me. So I got 3 kids right now that don't even want to talk to me. So people say, oh, they'll come back. And it's just like, okay, fine. But until then, that shit stings. Not the boys so much because boys are little assholes. But my daughter, man, it's like, raised this girl, did everything for her, always had, in her corner no matter what, even though it cost me a lot of times because I was just spoiling her ass. And now she's one of the main culprits. Can't pick up the phone, can't fucking answer when her dad calls or texts or anything. And that's just the way it is. So it's crazy how fast the world has changed in, let's just say, 10 years. I think it's changed since 2011, 2012. We've hit the gas pedal on how fucked up this country could possibly be. And I honestly, I don't see it getting any better. I was the most optimistic person probably in most of the chats. I was like, I know it's fucked up, but people are going to get their shit together. They're going to come around. We're going to rise up. We're going to be a country again. We're going to be, what I mean, kicking ass and taking names. And we're more divided than ever. You have a big part of the whole Trump supporters that are just fucking statists. Everybody on the left obviously is communists and whatever isms and all that you want to put on it. But people on the right are statists. And if fucking Trump says jump, they just ask how high. Come on, fool, I'm doing a chat. Get off me. You're dirty. I got enough bugs on me. Get off me. So it's just kind of crazy. And so it'd be nice to just not do politics no more. No more commentary, no more talk radio, no more rants, no more of any of this bullshit. Just focus on life. Like regular people that aren't involved in politics and prepping and shit. I wonder if their life is like a lot better because there's a weight you carry. There's a piece of you that's taken with all this fucking um, politics and you know shredding to the end of trying to get ready for what we don't even know coming. I mean, it's up to Israel. Israel has like, don't they have the Samson option or whatever? They'll just take everybody out if they don't, or they'll false flag us or they'll do whatever. Yeah, I didn't think Trump was with it, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't even know who Trump is anymore. So, man, you think that bitch went home? You think Astrid Silva is still around? That fucking fat pig bitch. I think Anna Navarro is her mom. Anna Navarro, the one on fucking Ozempic. She got to stick the thing in her belly because she can't just go out and exercise. You motherfuckers sticking yourselves with the lizard shot. You're not fooling anybody. You look sick. You don't look skinny. You don't look healthy. You don't look like, oh man, you've lost weight. No, you look like sick. You look like like that movie Thinner, that Stephen King movie Thinner. You look fucking sick. You're not fooling anybody with your Ozempic shots, Anna Navarro included. You know, everybody knows that fat pig bitch is not ever gonna exercise or do anything. You think I'm gonna think that bitch lost a bunch of weight? She still has a big old throat, big old neck. You know, she still got a big old throat bone. You know, nobody's believing that shit. I ain't believing it anyways. And fuck you if you got to stick a damn shot in your belly because you're too fucking lazy to work. Me, I'll just be a little bit fat or whatever. You know? I mean, whoa. Flip flops and gravel don't mix. You know, it's like just be a little bit fat or be fat. I could respect that. Just be fat instead of sticking a shot in your belly, pretending like you did some hard work. You know, like they already know the side effects from that shot is it eats muscle, and so your heart is a muscle and it eats heart muscle. So like I don't know, man. I gotta set this down for a second. Hold on. TRT. I don't know what TRT is. I hope it's not the shot. I hope it's not the gut shot. Is that testosterone? Righteous testosterone? Testosterone, righteous testosterone? I'm gonna drop a deuce too, man. I'm like, damn, I'm feeling heavy right now. I gotta go drop some pounds. But I'm just being me, dude. I'm just being facetious and rambling and shit. But I do hate Astrid Silva and fucking Anna Navarro. I hate them two bitches. I forgot about Astrid Silva, but I'll never forget about Anna Navarro, that pig-faced whore. That Cuban sandwich, pig-faced sandwich face. I'll never forget about her. Especially since she's on The View and she's got to run her fucking mouth all the time. Isn't she on The View? And then she's on CNN now, too, as some type of contributor. So I'm going to get another brewski and maybe go for a little bit longer. But I was hoping to get a panel, man. That was going to be the bee's knees. So I don't know. Maybe I'll work on some technical difficulties. I got a bunch of days off. So maybe we'll try to revisit this and do this with a panel. But let me see here. So we are drinking those. Yeah, they did. They did do a hit piece on me because I dissed her. I think they used my video, but they like blanked out my face, or they silhouetted my face or some shit like that. And then I had Mexican fools messaging me on social media telling me they were gonna rape my daughter, who was like 5 at the time or something. Maybe she was a little bit older. I don't remember. Probably though. They were just fucking scumbags. And so we just live in a world full of scumbags. And I would say hold on to the ones that are near and dear to your heart, man, because those are the good ones. Those are the champions. Those are the legends. And there's not many of them. I imagine, what sucks is I'm obviously getting older. I started this channel and I was only, what was I? I was probably like 29 or 30 when I started this channel, I think. Maybe, yeah, 28, 29, 30, somewhere right around there. I think 28, 29. And so obviously, if anybody's been watching me for the longest time, if anybody's been following me since that much time, knows how much I either evolved or, I know devolved is not a word, right? But you get the gist. I mean, I think I've accelerated and not accelerated. I think I've excelled and done pretty good and done good for me and myself and my family. And I've hit kind of a fucking roadblock out here in Arkansas recently, though, with just I mean, dude, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, to go through all the bullshit. So um I think I've excelled in almost all aspects as far as, dude, where I was in the apartment, in the I was in a condo. They called it a condo, but it was like the ghetto. It was a 1-bedroom apartment in the ghetto on Martin Luther King. And those were the good old days, weren't they? I mean, we used to get so fucked up, man. We used to get so fucked up in those chats, those drunk chats and all that shit. And man, we met some good people along the way. We had political port. We had Kansas hillbilly prepper. We had Northwest Indiana prepper, right? We had QC hemp. We had 420 homestead, HD, obviously, mule team, bunch of other gay boys. I'm not going to mention their names. Bikes and bullets, sap, G mangoes. But I'm just thinking of all the motherfuckers that I probably can't even remember. There was a bunch of gay boys around the time too that came and went through the channels. And if I didn't say your name, doesn't mean that I put you on the list of the gay boys. It's just that, man, there were so many of us. There was long hair 13, biker Bob. Man, I'm trying to think. If I'm missing somebody shout it out. We had we had who is it? Somebody over there? We had Irish USMC. We had Steve USMC. Oh man, who am I missing? We had Rebel Solutions. I'm sure I'm missing people. There's probably some gay fools, and I'm not gonna say their names. The bald white dude from Washington that had the cute Hawaiian wife. I don't remember that person. Yeah, well, 420 had kids. He didn't have no kids. 420 didn't have no kids. He was single and ready to mingle. And then he had kids, and kids change your worldview. I've had kids my whole life since I was a kid myself. So when I came into doing YouTube, I was just being me, and I already had kids, and I had kids my whole life. And, I'm kind of a kid myself, so it didn't really change a lot. And I mean, we lived in the ghetto. I pretty much had the kids to myself all the time because their mom just walked out. So it was just like me and the kids all the time. And I was either at work, or I was at home with the kids, or I was on YouTube. It was like basically three things. The shooting, obviously, also, but that's just probably just saves part of being on YouTube. But I take the kids shooting too. And man, I'm trying to think if I'm missing anybody else. I don't remember somebody from Washington with a cute Hawaiian wife. I cannot remember that. If somebody knows, somebody's got to say something because I don't remember anybody. The only person I know from Washington was Chad Lilly. That's the only person I know from Washington. I could be wrong. I got family up there, but maybe that's what's convoluting it. But man, we had some good people. We had some good people. We had some little suck asses too. Um, there's channels that took off after a bunch of them chats. They didn't get in the blackball zone because they weren't too what's the word? I don't know. They weren't too controversial. I mean, you could really walk a nice line back in those YouTube days and not get on the blackballed list, whatever you want to call it. But me, I never cared, man. I live every day on this YouTube thing for the most part, like they're going to cancel my channel. And I don't give a fuck. Only thing I would be mad is the amount of videos. Like, there's a lot of videos out there. There's basically like an archive after I'm dead of like thousands of videos of me ranting and raving and being pretty consistent. The only thing when I look back at old chats and stuff is that I used to fucking drink so hard that when I look at myself, I just see kind of somebody that's very passionate but fucking drunk. It's like I drink brewskis now, but you know, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm just getting older. Like I drink some brewskis, but I gotta fucking work, and I gotta work a lot. So I don't know if that affects it. I worked a lot back then too, but that's the only thing. When I see my chats from back in the day, I feel like I see, and sometimes I don't know with myself because I did so many chats, and I'm monotone as fuck, and I'm kind of like sound like I'm high or drunk all the time. Anyways, just the way I talk, especially coming out here to Arkansas, where like we just talk way different, and people are like, what the fuck? And people take me for being a very, very laid back person because, I mean, I really don't get excited unless you see me out there trying to work on that mower and breaking shit, then you'll see me get pretty excited. Bobby Solar Homestead, that's another one. I wouldn't even have thought to say your name, Bobby, because I ain't talked to you in so long. Um, 10 round Patriot. Bobby makes me think of 10 round Patriot for some reason. Just two people I totally forgot about. Um, doo-doo. Yeah, I do. Beer makes me hella sleepy now. Like, it definitely makes me fucking tired now. So it's definitely different. But I don't know, man. I didn't want this to be such a sappy event. No pun intended. I really wanted to just put out there big times that uh, I knew Sap as a person that was just a great dude all the way around. Um, Never asked me for nothing. I was trying to stop through and see him in last August, so almost a year, because I was not close, but I was like trying to deviate and get over that way if I could, either on the way down or on the way back, and we just could not make it happen. And it seemed pretty like he was kind of busy, anyways. But he never asked me for nothing, man. Just he would check on me, like, because I get busy, and I'm gonna try to be better about that going forward. Like, I got away from like checking on buddies and stuff like that, and I don't have many buddies. Like, I don't really have that many actual real friends. And it's different because when I was younger, I had a lot of friends. But you get married, you move away, you get you get in, they'll be removed. You should be in areas. You get married, you move away from Vegas, all that kind of stuff. You're gonna lose a lot of friends. But I don't have that many buddies, and so SAP definitely makes me think like I need to check on my buddies, my people that I really care about, that are my brothers, because you gotta have brothers, man. I mean, I don't know about other people, but me, I gotta have brothers. I gotta have some brothers, because I have two blood brothers, biological brothers, and they're both fucking, like, we don't even talk at all. We talk zero. There might be a happy birthday between us once a year or whatever, if that. Maybe a Merry Christmas, but there's none, and it's been like that. It's been like that for a while. So, and I'm a stepchild, so like, brothers are fucking super duper important to me, and Sap was definitely a brother, all the way from the beginning, all the way to the end. So,
Here's the thing, since sappers.
yes, sir. You're good. My battery will go for a little bit longer too, and then yeah, I was trying to do it from the computer, and it's just bullshit. But yeah,
I feel like being on the side, so
yeah, I want to. I really want to. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe I'll get back to like doing a chat like every couple weeks or something like that, where we just get however many of us that's left, which isn't very many, together. We can just chop it up and talk shit. Maybe not even politics. I thought we used to do that. When we used to do the drunk chats, I thought we used to like kind of just stay in some other shit.
just talk about whatever, right? Doesn't always have to be, you know, about the pedo or, what the pedo did, what the orange man did.
Yeah, does it, I mean, I don't know if you feel the same as me, but doesn't it almost make you think that we were trying to figure out what the fuck was G doing, right? Like, this whole time, like after our chats, when he was just having a good old time and enjoying life, and they weren't even talking about no politics, no, none of that. They were just talking about bullshit. But almost now that I look at it, it's like not even that big of bullshit. It's like I don't know. I just kind of look at it different now, for sure.
These chats that he was still running all the way to the end, man. He would, he had his own, uh, the drama G chat, things like that he had going on. It was never about politics. It was always about people out to get each other and drama and shit like that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's almost. But
it was wild, man.
that's almost better than sitting here talking about like Hillary Clinton and shit.
And here, the G-Man. Winging it, Tracy. What's up, Tracy?
Oh yeah, winging it,
Man,
Tracy.
dude.
I forgot him.
First shot. I believe first shot. Don't you subscribe to Arizona Unplugged? Yeah. I believe I've seen you over there in his chats. Vaughn is a super cool dude. What he's doing out there in Arizona is really freaking cool, and he's way ahead of the game. You know,
Yeah, I was naming
Bobby.
off all the people that were in the chats earlier, like maybe like 10 minutes. Well, maybe you heard me, but trying to think of everybody. I think I named almost everybody. Said I wasn't gonna name none of the gay boys though. They can stay away. But
The gay boys. Oh, so long, gay boys.
yeah, there were some gay boys in there. I remember. I don't even remember their names to remember them, but I remember getting in arguments with certain folks, and they were like, especially when you look at it in hindsight now, it's like, dude, you were so wrong.
Man, I just don't get along with the. Well, you know, man, I can't do the alphabet. The alphabet team. I can't do the alphabet team.
People that were like, they were sissies, anyways. They were just sissies, and they took a sissy position. They try to shout you down. We had some good arguments on there, man. We had some good little arguments on there, but
You. I don't know if it's my signal or what, but your side of the screen is completely
yeah,
blacked
I'm
out.
inside. I went inside.
Are you? Oh, okay. All right. You read me
Oh
five by
yeah,
five,
yeah. You were when you came in, kind of choppy, but now it's like good.
dude. Lewis. Dude, it's a shock. Uh, to not have that contact. It just ceased. And we were, our group text, Tony, um, from both of you. I mean, you're constantly sending links out, and then he's texting, responding about different things, and that's gone, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's definitely different. I mean, I imagine it's almost like the realization, like I was telling you, that like if we make it another 10 or 20 years, whatever it is, that we're or 30, at some point you eventually look around and probably everybody around you's gone, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It
don't know.
goes quick, dude.
Is that lucky? Is that a blessing?
Yeah, if you're the last one standing compared to everybody you knew and family and friends, and
Yeah,
you're the last one standing, I
yeah.
don't know, man.
And
It's bound to happen.
I
You
see
know,
I see
our
it all the time, like at work, because it's a retirement community here, and like I end up in people's houses, and they're like the last person left, and I'm like, they got things wrong with their house, and I'm talking to them about it, and they're like, but they really don't care because they're like, motherfucker, I'm like,
yeah,
I'm 90, everybody I know's dead, and you want me to buy something for 15,000 or whatever,
right, right, right. And you expect these people at that age to be all like happy and excited, and they're like, nope,
Bro,
nothing, nothing stops them, you know.
I had a 92-year-old lady from Memphis. Her husband was 98 and he passed. He was in hospice, in home hospice. So he was there one service that I went to, and she was like on a, I don't know, like I seen her every couple months or something. So I came back in like a couple months and he was gone. He had passed in the house, and she told me she was 92, and she said you could just see how upset she was. She said, I just think God
Yeah,
said, I think God makes people live too long, or something to that effect. Not perfectly quoted, but that was the gist of it. Because like she's 92, he was 98. She was just done. I mean, I seen her some time later, and she was in a little bit better spirits. But in the reality, if it was up to her, you know what I mean? She's 90.
yeah.
She's like, I've done everything. I don't. And my husband's gone now. So
You're breaking up. I don't know if it's my signal or not. I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody do a mic check on us. Who's good and who's not.
Look at that badass.
I think it's when I go inside because I have a metal roof. I don't know.
Look at that badass.
There you go. What are you doing with the pallets? I forgot.
What am I doing with them?
Yeah.
End up putting my attachments and stuff from my tractor onto them to keep them out of the grass. So
Yeah. That's
so,
smart.
yeah, fuck, man, I just got
Did
4.
you get any blue pallets? Did you get any
What?
blue pallets?
Blue
Yeah, blue
pallets?
pallets
No.
are the good ones. That's them real big, like the Pepsi pallets, the thick ones, and they like spray paint the bottom blue or something. Or
They're like plastic or fucking something, right?
no,
They're not wood, are
no,
they?
no, no. It's just like the heaviest duty. The heaviest duty pallet you can get is a blue pallet, but it's just like the ends or the bottom. I forget is sprayed, and you get them at the Lowe's has them. Pepsi has them. It's like
Well, I ain't buying these, motherfucker. I'm like
no,
going by and
know,
going,
I know. I'm just saying. I was asking. Did you get any blue pallets?
no. Dude, I was like, I go in, like, I went into Town and Country. I asked, and they're like, yeah, we have some out there that we're gonna get rid of. Just take a couple. I'm like, cool. I went over to AutoZone. I went over to a couple of different places. And they're like, yeah, man, take them. I'm like, all right, but at least ask, not take. So, but yeah, I was like, you know what? Now I know a couple of places where I can get some. And dude, some of these are like really heavy duty. And I got a couple of them that are actual cedar pallets, dude, but they're thick. So I'm like, yeah, these will last for a little while. The cedar will definitely last. Like if I lay it in the field there on the property and put my tractor attachments on them, they'll last for a while because cedar and bugs don't like cedar and shit. So they'll last. They won't rot as fast. They shouldn't.
Yeah,
They're not.
Bobby out here. It's miserable. It's almost like they're like the humidity's low today. It still sucks outside. It was like 100 outside and a billion bugs. And right now, I mean, the sun's going down. It's okay out, but dude, I'm getting eaten alive.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting in the fucking Argo, dude. If I stand out here where the grass is at and shit, dude, these chiggers and shit'll get you, dude.
Yeah, and
I'm not going to say that on YouTube.
I don't use bug spray. So I either just suffer or go inside.
Yeah. No, these fucking bugs, dude. Yeah, you're right. Once the sun goes down, the mosquitoes, dude, are so like, nah, it'll
We
eat
don't
you
have
alive.
mosquitoes. You got mosquitoes?
Fuck yeah, we got mosquitoes over here, dude.
We don't have no mosquitoes. We have
There's so much open field here, and it's just crazy, dude.
yeah, no, we got them fucking eyeball bugs over here. The little gnats that fly straight to your eyeballs as soon as you step outside.
Or they go in your nose and shit,
Yeah,
and you swallow or suck them in through your nose and you're gagging and shit. Yeah.
yeah. I got
Anyways, what I was saying earlier with sap, dude, is you, not you, I mean, in general, saying you. Uh, I think people take life for granted and they think that they're going to change like forever for the good and that's it. And then, or people waste and run out their time. And people that waste their time whining about life, they don't live life, man. You know, when you think about how precious and quick it is. Remember what I was telling you? I
isn't
don't
that
think people realize. I don't think people realize that 65 million people every year, like clockwork, around this planet, regardless of a new leader, a new law, a statute, um, a change, you know, nothing. There's no law, no ordinance, no nothing that stops 65 million plus or minus 2 million people a year from dying. And it's inevitable. And I don't think that's up here. And more people are focused on controlling, because everybody's a control freak, right? Everybody wants to control everything and have a say in how things need to be, instead of their own lives. Be in control of your own life and what you're doing. Be happy. Be blessed with what you have. I think that's lost.
Hey,
And when people die, I reflect more on that.
yeah, I mean, how fast? It's like I don't know, man. What the age is? I feel like it was like 30s, like the fucking just the rocket boosters kick on. How fast life just it's just stupid, dude. Close your eyes and you'll be fucking, you know what I mean, 50 something.
Dude, on the 17th, I'm going to be 54 years old. Dude,
Oh no.
I'm thinking to myself, fuck, dude, where did 20 years go, bro? I'm not kidding.
Wasted
Dude, and
part of it in Vegas. That's my big regret. It's like, damn, man, I wasted. I could have got out. I could have. Maybe I couldn't have. I don't know, but I wasted a bunch of years in Vegas doing the same old bullshit. Just like,
stayed in shape, Tony. You know what I mean? I took care of myself when I was younger. But once you hit like that threshold of like 48 and then 50, you go way the fuck down, dude. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's tough. It's a lot of work just to stay in shape or on top of everything else you're trying to do. Build a house, clear your land. Dude, that's a lot of fucking work. And then it's like, oh, let me go fucking exercise and let me pay attention to what fucking, Pooty Poot's doing over there in Russia. Fuck that. Dude, really?
yeah, I can't answer comments in the thing, which is gay. I guess from the phone we can't answer comments. I was gonna ask Bobby. Is that Bob? Did Bobby move from South Carolina to Washington? Bobby
But,
is the old boy from South Carolina, right? He said he's in Eastern Washington. It's nice being part of being here in Eastern Washington. That's what he said.
you talking about Bobby Solar Homestead?
Yeah, isn't that Bobby from South Carolina?
I thought so.
Did he move?
First thought says, I don't look a day over 52. What a sweet dude. No. Mhm. Yeah, 52. You don't look a day over 52, bro.
He
Yeah,
had to,
right on.
and, he had to do just for men.
Just for men. Yeah, hair club for men soon,
Dude, I
soon.
got like if I had hair, I'd probably be completely gray haired right now, dude. Like, all my shit
Dude,
is.
I can't see you with hair. I actually laugh and I envision you with like a bunch of fucking hair and I laugh, dude, because your face, dude, just won't. I can't do it,
I'm
dude.
gonna fly to Turkey.
Fly to Turkey. You know, wear a turban. What the fuck are you doing over here?
So
That's a
he moved to Washington. You left South Carolina for Washington. Tell me about
He's
that.
behind enemy lines, man. He's behind enemy lines if he's in Washington State, dude.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's in Eastern
What
Washington.
the fuck?
My
What are you
cousin
doing
lives
now?
in Eastern Washington, and she loves
I got
it.
these
This, that,
dogs.
and the other.
I got
But
these dogs.
the politics of the state is
Hey,
totally fucked.
yeah, get in the house. You get in the house.
Sorry.
You're gonna wander out in the fucking woods and get eaten by a bear or some shit. Zena, Zena, fucking big old Rottweiler, man. She just likes to go wandering off in the woods and they sneak off and shit when the people let them out. Get in the house. Get your big ass in the house.
Gotta see if she'll wear them headphones.
Do
Got-
what?
I have some kid headphones. I gotta see if baby will wear them for the fireworks.
Oh, YouTube is becoming trash, dude. I tried to upload. What the fuck is she chasing?
I know
YouTube.
South Carolina. I haven't heard Bobby's answer yet, and I know Bobby. I know that South Carolina has changed big time. It is not South Carolina like it's a lot of liberal blacks in South Carolina. That was the one place we got harassed by some black at a Piggly Wiggly was in South Carolina during COVID.
A Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing a mask, and she tried to tell me it was the law that I had to wear a mask, and I said, who made the law? She was like, this is Hilton Head Island or whatever the fuck she said. Some goofy ass response. You know that the only people that I've been attacked by during COVID were black women. One was a airport personnel in Little Rock, a black lady, and then two black bitches in South Carolina. That was the only. Is that the only time? That was the only time I was ever attacked, right? I think, yeah, yeah. I got attacked by three
Oh fuck,
angry
man.
black women about not wearing a mask. That's crazy, right? I mean, what planet are we on?
Dude, I got approached in my Vons there in Vegas, and that's when I knew um, I need to leave Las Vegas. And it wasn't for my safety; it was for the safety of everybody that was fucking harassing people. I go into my Vons, and you know how I'd walk around Vegas, right? I don't care. The whole element of surprise when you open carry, and the motherfucker is going to be surprised when its bullets start flying. So there's your element of surprise argument. Stupid. Anyway, point is that I got approached, and it was mainly because I got looked at because I was not wearing a mask. Okay, it wasn't that I was armed. It was because I wasn't wearing a mask. And right then and there, I knew. I was thinking, God, this practice, this beta test in communism is working so well on people that they actually go out and they attack each other. A complete stranger is going to walk up to you and demand that you protect them, right? Think about this analogy that I'm about to use. My analogy was, where is your firearm to protect me in the event some fucking nut job walks in here? Where's your gun? That pissed
Maybe it's
people
in.
off. She went and got the manager and wanted to kick me out of there.
It might be in their underwear.
We're protecting each other out here, right? Well, where the fuck is your firearm to protect me? Because nut jobs walk into fucking places and start killing
What
people.
if what if what
Where's
if
your firearm
what
to
if it's in their
protect me?
what if it's in their underwear and they just don't want to show you?
Think about the stupidity behind this, right? And that's when I knew. I go, yeah, I need to get the fuck out of here. I told Dan, I go, come hell or high water, we're getting the fuck out of here. I go, sell the business, sell the house. We got to sell fucking everything.
First shot
But
stuck in California, right? I forget. First shot stuck in California or Michigan or some crazy.
I don't think he's in California.
I forget.
I don't know if first shot is in
I always
California.
forget. I'm really bad about where everybody's from. I do remember Bobby being from South Carolina though, because I know Bobby for so fucking long.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, though, right? This is what it's become, where people need to
Ohio.
not leave each
No,
other the fuck alone. You know,
I said Michigan. I was kind of close.
winging it. Tracy's right. IQ test. It was a litmus test. Ohio. There, he's in Ohio. Yeah. First shot's in Ohio.
Tracy,
It's true, Tracy. It was a litmus test, and everybody failed.
you met Tracy before, right?
Met him physically? No,
Oh,
no.
we met him. We met Tracy a bunch of times.
I know Tracy from back in the day through the chats and everything else.
Yeah, he came out to Lavoie's. It was us. It was us, him, and 10 Round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The history is deep within the chats. So just who knows, man. Hopefully all these chats live off into the ethers. I think people should back them up and put them on other platforms and shit where they could just live on forever. Cuz there was some man, I mean, for the most part, you know how it was. It was it was competitive to like. I mean, yeah, we got drunk sometimes or whatever, and it devolved into or when it what.
A lot. We got drunk a lot. Are you kidding me? Sometimes.
Yeah, but
There was always a fucking beer in my
in
hand.
the
Always.
beginning of those,
Yeah.
they were competitive and like there was knowledge in there. There was nothing but knowledge in the beginning of the chats.
It was think tank. It was like a think tank being a part of one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to I don't know, man. There's just not enough of the band to get back and get them back consistently.
It's funny. I reflect back and I think all the knowledge that got passed around, it was like not hovering around a fucking crystal ball and shit like that. But look where we're at. And then you go back, right? Everything that was said then is actually happening now. Little comments, little. Remember we talked about thought crimes, which is what they are now, because they get used against people on social media. People get busted, they get raided, they get all
We're
kinds of shit
all. I think
because they leave a little
that
they leave their little evil thoughts on the fucking on the keyboard there. Next thing you know, FBI, we'd like to talk with you, sir. Here we are, thought crimes. We talked about that.
there was
The
a lot of
financial
us. There was
situations
a
and the
lot
debt.
that there was a lot of us that were like kind of naive though, because I think a lot of us, and I was just listening to some of the past chats, we thought that somebody was going to eventually go to jail for some of this shit. And like, I don't know, there was probably a
Yeah,
handful of people that said no, nobody's ever going to go to jail, and it's going to go all
I
the way to
always knew. I
toilet.
always knew. Yeah. Yep. And there are motherfuckers going to
I was
jail just because they
optimistic.
run their mouths.
I was optimistic that somebody might go to jail or so. After 2020 though, I knew like I my whole idea and on all that, my whole everything. I'm so cynical now. After 2020, after the just, I mean, dude, it was a whole psyop, bro. From COVID to January 6th to Biden.
Multifaceted, multifaceted operation. That's what 2020 was.
So billions
And it
of
was all paid for.
dollars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. So I mean, look, I think that okay. So First Shot says something in the UK. They're definitely arresting people for commenting. Dude, that is just. We'll be there in another 5 to 10 years, if not sooner. I mean,
I don't give it that long.
yeah. I mean,
No.
nobody, nothing. I don't care who you elect. I mean, I don't know. Oh,
When you get people that cheer taking away someone's right to speak and other people's are clapping, get them out of here. No, you're disrupting. We don't like what you're saying. There's your First Amendment. The second's already been made into a privilege, right? And they keep doing these things. Fifth
it,
Amendment, motherfucker, people don't even know what the Fifth Amendment is when they get pulled over. You're providing information to be used against you for what? Do you look in the rearview mirror when you're a statist and you see the cherries and berries come on? I have never seen a video yet, Tony, where somebody goes, they're on video, they're getting pulled over, and they go, "Oh, thank God he's behind me. Oh, thank God he's there protecting everybody on the. Oh, thank God." I've never ever heard that. Never, never. Fourth Amendment. No, that's also subjective. It's no longer objective. Reasonableness. That's gone. Reasonableness. Oh, that's subjective now. What reasonableness is. Everybody's always about the court ruled. They use that word and it makes me fucking cringe because that's like going, oh God,
if
the
you,
worst commie is the commie that doesn't know they're a fucking commie. And they're going, did you know that the court ruled? And you go, oh, what do you mean? Well, case law. And you go, huh, case law. But people will say it, but I don't even think they understand what the fuck they're actually fighting and, legislate. What do you mean they ruled? What do you mean they have to interpret the language for everybody else because we're all stupid, right? You know how dumb you have to be to go down this rabbit hole of all of these ideologies. Oh, if you don't vote for this criminal or this criminal, you don't have a say. Um, 25% of you right now, only 25% of 340 million people got your guy in. The pedo, right? The pedo and the cackling whore, that was the other 25% of the population that was running things. That's not the majority, and it sure as fuck ain't the silent majority. Because if you got 75 million people wanting the cackling whore and the pedo, and then 25% of the population that wants the mobster gangster, you know, that's not half of America. It's just this is the ideology and everything that keeps getting said, and I don't think people really understand the words that are coming out of their fucking faces. This isn't America anymore. They have to leave you
I know
alone.
that if you had a
That's
boatload,
written in the Federalist Papers. I don't give a fuck about some dude in a black dress or a woman in a black dress going, intellectually, she's fucking insane, or he's insane intellectually because they can speak and use big words, right? But intellectually, that's insane.
if you had a
It's
boatload of
fucking insane.
cash,
Huh?
if you had a boatload of cash, you might be able to like delay your everybody's impending doom. I mean, you know, obviously the further you can get away from the bullshit, you're just buying yourself time because we're all gonna get it. But you know, the more self-sufficient you could be, like, I mean, I imagine like the Mennonite communities and the Amish communities, it'll fucking take obviously longer for them, but I mean, I don't know, man. Obviously, if you're dependent on technology and you're going to use robots and cell phones and AI and you're going to use all that shit, that's obviously easy peasy. You're going to be in the beautiful utopian tyranny that, you know. But if you can
There is
somehow,
life in and of itself is utopia. People are trying to make each other miserable because they won't leave each other alone. Everybody's got to be up in your shit telling you what to do, you know. You
yeah,
can't
but
do this.
the
You can't
utopia,
go that. You can't have your fence this high, and you know it's. We didn't give you permission to permit that, and you know we know you wanted to put up a carport, but sir, did you apply for a permit on your property? Why would you call it my property if I have to ask permission? The mentality, dude, it slips by, and it's so blasé, and it's just you don't see the anger in people's faces when they say these things. You don't see it.
yeah, you got that. You see, I seen that story yesterday about the fires in Southern California, and the guy, he has a $32 million house or some shit like that, and he's on there and he's like, they want me to pay taxes on a $32 million house that's not even there. It's burned down. It's a lot, but I still have to pay the taxes as if there's a $32 million house. And he said, honestly, he said, boo hoo me. I'm, you know, obviously I have the fucking money to be fucked and all that. But he said, he started naming off all the neighborhoods around there that were like middle class and shit. And he was like, if you're doing that to me, what about all these people that don't have the money that I have, you know, to be. And yeah, dude, California's charging them full price as if their house is still standing and expecting to collect on that $32 million home.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
but that's everything. That's not, I mean, just because California, it's just that's where we're at, dude. They're gonna milk every dime, and the federal government, the
Yeah.
government, they're gonna milk every dime of your wealth out of you.
That's the point, right? It's your human resource. That's what corporations call it when you
Human
work for them.
capital.
You got a complaint, you need something done, go to human resources. You're a
Bro,
human
how
resource.
how how real was the Matrix? Like, it's almost spot on.
Did you? Dude, that's my nephew. Fucking Argo is so sick. He just rebuilt that's a 750 HDI, if any of you guys know what that is, in the Argo world. That thing is the pinnacle extreme terrain vehicle. Now, it's not a side by side that does 30 miles an hour on trails, but a side by side won't keep up with this in extreme terrain. And it's amphibious, right? So it'll swim in the water and it'll literally crawl over anything. And I'm not kidding.
I know
Got
what
videos.
I know what else is amphibious.
My dick.
It'll go
Yeah.
on It'll go on dry land. It'll go in the ocean. It'll go everywhere. It's like an Argo.
Only you would have fucking dick on the brain right now. Fucking your bald ass.
I'm looking at my girls and I gotta start talking to her dirty so she knows what time it is.
It's
Hey,
that time.
what up, HD? What up, winging it, Tracy? First shot, Bobby the killer out there. We had, damn, Carlos Danger. We had Bikes and Dust Bullets. And
You said dykes and mullets to Mikey one day, dude. I fucking fell over. I was like, what the fuck? Only you could come up with some dumb shit like that. But go ahead, man.
it's all a hoax.
He said dykes and mullets, man. Jesus.
And there was some
I want to go
bunch
smack
of
him.
randos in here. I don't recognize any of the randos. What are you doing? You hopping around in your money? I guess I could turn my camera on.
I think they're going for a fucking Argo ride down in the property, dude.
Everybody can see my pretty face.
They're gonna pile in both
My daughter's
Argos.
hopping little bunny.
My sister-in-law's got her family over here for the weekend for the 4th.
There you go.
Independence Day.
Yeah. Hey, so did I tell you I found a Mexican meat market. I told you or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. So
Where?
I told you how much I spent and everything. Did I tell you how much I spent?
No, but where is it exactly?
It's in Batesville, all the way in fucking Batesville. I was down there. I had to swap truck with one of my guys. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of Mexicans in Batesville, so go figure. But yeah, I drove past it and it said El Guero. It was what was it? It was El Guero, and it said Mexican store or some shit under it, and I was like, what the fuck? And it said check cashing on the outside. I said, that's a fucking check cashing place with a fucking carniceria in it and everything. And so I had to go do something, and I came right back, and I went in, and I walk in, and I'm about to ask her, hey, like, where's all the, and I just I open my eyes, like my wife tells me, and I look all the way in the back, and there's the meat market, like back home. I'm like, what the fuck? So yeah, dude, this shit is. Oh, let me show you actually,
On a Mexican meat market.
bro. Look at this. Look,
Oh man,
look at
there's a fucking bug
look at
flying.
this shit. Can you see it?
Dude, that's marinade
Yeah,
asada, huh?
buddy. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna go crazy, and it's only like 5 of us. So I got enough. I got enough to last probably like 3 of the 4 days off.
Oh,
We're gonna be eating that shit.
I sucked in a bug. What?
Mucho.
You're funny.
Yeah, Mexican meat markets are better, I think. Well, I mean, if you're looking for carne asada or if you're looking for like marinated chicken, they had marinated ribs. They had everything.
Hang on a second. Can I mute? Hold on. I'm
Yeah,
live and my nephew's over here yelling.
yeah. On the right
Hang on.
side, right there, there's a mute button. Yeah, so yeah, Mexican meat markets are better. I mean, if you're looking for carne asada or if you're looking for marinated chicken, like Mexican marinated chicken, if you're looking for queso fresco, what else? I'm trying to think. Ooh, we gotta be careful.
I sucked in a bug.
They got usually I didn't look, but usually they got homemade tortillas, and then they had everything. Like it was all so like if I would have thought, I would have grabbed the shit. They got like that Tampico and all that shit for your drink, so you can put it in your beer, make your beer spicy. But dude, Batesville, I mean, definitely, I'll probably pop in down there, maybe say like once a month for special occasions. It's an hour and a half from my pad. From your house, it's probably like 2 hours. But they don't have nothing in Mountain Home, man. I mean, I've been all through Mountain Home. I haven't I haven't seen anything.
They were just lighting off fireworks, and I turned the camera around, and now they're not lighting
That's what I'm fixing
fireworks.
to go do right now. We're putting the headphones on the baby.
What are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, so maybe I'll fire it up again this weekend. I'll get with you. I'll get with you like later tonight or tomorrow. We'll fire one. I have another computer, so maybe we can give the panel thing a shot again. But I don't know. You don't you talk? Do you talk to Irish?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
text
So
them. We
okay. So
text back
maybe
and
get
forth.
Irish. Let's get some more people and shoot for like maybe like Saturday night or some shit. Definitely not tomorrow night because tomorrow night I got family over and. But
Yeah. Right on.
yeah, so I can get the panel because I can't do it from the phone. It's just doesn't work. So,
Yeah.
but one I've been pouring up one almost all every time I'm over here drinking for sap, man. We'll throw a whole weekend party for them. So definitely gone but not forgotten, man. Uh,
Won't forget them. I'm not even going to delete those texts in my phone.
right?
You know,
No,
I still got texts in my down. Yeah.
I know. I even text
Yeah.
our little group chat. I was like, "Oh man, that's our little group chat right there." So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
all right, man. You got anything?
Be good humans. And that's it. That's all I got.
I'm gonna shoot
Be
for
good
Saturday.
humans.
I'm gonna shoot for Saturday night. I'll post it on my thing like early on in the day so people can see it. But later.
Later.